What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be swapping out the factory Rockford rear speakers from my 23 Turbo R 4-seater. I just did the roof audio. You guys can check that out in my previous video. But basically I'm going to be upgrading these factory Rockford speakers to these Rockford M1s. They should be a lot louder, a lot clearer than these. So it's going to require a little bit of modification to get these to work. My buddy actually just did this on his, so I figured I'd make a video and show you guys how it's done. These do light up as well, so these are going to have this little plug here, and basically you can change the color just by grounding whichever wire you want to ground for the different color. So red would be red for grounding, and then yellow is going to be the 12-volt power, so that will make these light up in red on the inside. So we're going to be doing that as well. So let's go ahead and jam these out of here. It's really cool that these whole speaker pods come out. You literally just unscrew this little wing nut here, and then the whole thing pops out, so you can do it from, you know, inside your garage or inside your home. So yeah, let's get these out and see what we're working with. All right, so we got the factory speaker out. They've got these quick connects that just kind of pop off here. And you can see the difference just between the two. Like this is like almost what you'd find in like a car, like the paper old speakers. Actually, I think it is paper. Yeah, this is crap quality, and there's water in there too. I might do some type of like foam or something to help keep the water out of there. That's pretty gross. You figured they would do a better job at sealing that, but basically what my buddy did was he pulled this like screen. There is foam in there. It just doesn't seal very well. So what he did was he pulled this ring apart. So you just unscrew these screws, then the foam part, the plastic part, goes back in, and then the speaker goes over that. And you obviously have to drill new holes because these won't line up here, but we'll just do that. We'll just screw into this, just plastic anyway. So it should be pretty straightforward. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and remove this ring here, plop that in, hook the speaker up, put the speaker back in, and I'll show you guys how that's done. All right, so basically what we're gonna do is pull this screen out, which is unscrewed from the front ring here, and then basically what we're going to do is we're just going to flip this. So this is how it's usually oriented. You're going to flip it, and that's going to make up the difference, because if you try to put the speaker in there, it's just going to flop around. So you put this in here, and then after that, then you just basically drill through the holes and screw it in place. So they give you this drill bit, so I'm going to use that, and they give you these supplied screws, so I'm going to use that. And yeah, then everything should just kind of bolt together. It's kind of hard to show you guys, but basically this just kind of goes in like this. And then because of that ring being in there backwards, now it sits flush, and you won't have any issues with it moving around. And then, like I said, we're just going to screw straight through it, and then that should hold that in place. But we're going to go ahead and connect the wiring first, do all of that, and then we'll start drilling some holes. All right, guys, so I got these wires hooked up. I ended up drilling a small pilot hole in the bottom, just so I can get these to power and ground so the speakers light up. And then like I said, now I'm just going to go ahead and screw the ring and speaker into place and see how it turns out. All right, so we went and just wanted to make sure the bolt was long enough, and it is not. All right, so unfortunately the screws that came with the speakers are just too short. So I end up having these like black deck screws, and these will actually work. Zoom out here. These will work a lot better. I got two of them in already, and it's already, you know, really in there. So I'm just going to go all around with these. They're black too, and they look pretty good. It's not like they're, you know, like they look like deck screws or anything. So look pretty good. So I'm going to go around with those, and yeah, after that we should be good to go there. Everything's wired up. We're going to go and do the same thing with the other one, put them back in the machine, see how they look, and then we'll get them plugged in, see how they sound. So just to show you guys, this is where I drilled the pilot hole. It's on the bottom, you know, so if any water does get in there, it can at least drain out, but I'm still going to put a little bit of silicone around here just to keep it, you know, as watertight as possible. There was still already water in these, so like I said, I might do something, maybe just a bead of silicone around there or something just to help seal it. These are marine speakers anyway, it doesn't really matter, but, you know, I don't really want water just kind of sitting in these pods, so yeah, let's finish it up. All right, so we got them in. A little bit of an issue. You have to trim this locking plate a little bit because it does run into the speaker. I trimmed a little bit and then my grinder died. So I'm gonna pull off just a little bit more around here, and then it should sit down. This way the speaker latches like it's supposed to. It's not like going anywhere, but it's also not like in there super tight. So definitely want to get that locked in. But I did turn them on, and they do sound a lot clearer, definitely louder for sure. The problem is my 4 overhead speakers drown out everything, especially if I don't turn them all the way down. I have that knob up here to where I can just turn them down. But yeah, if I have them turned up at all with the volume up, it just really drowns out all those speakers. So I think we might be limited by the factory amp. I want to say the factory amp is like somewhere in the middle of the dash. I might try to swap that out with a different amp. Just seems like it's not pushing enough power to these speakers, because these speakers only have a 400 watt $75 PRV amp, and these speakers absolutely scream. So might be in the near future to swap out that amp and really push these speakers to their peak. And then next we'll probably be doing these front speakers, because these are probably going to be the same as what I just pulled out of the back, the paper speakers. So I want to see how I'm going to swap those out, because these are in a little bit more of a confined area. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to keep upgrading this thing, make it louder, make it scream. If you like the content, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.